Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I am Rose Quartz. If you're new, thank you so much for tuning in today and listening to your intuition to guide you here to this moment. If you've already been a part of the Rose Quartz family, thank you so much. I'm so excited to continue to have you here. So, today I want to talk about I feel like I relate every video to myself in some type of way. You know, everything is based off experience and growth and knowledge and all of those things. But today I really kind of want to get personal in like a different type of video and talk about my own personal journey that I have recently embarked on. So, the sun just started to shine on me. Such confirmation for this moment. So, I want to talk about, and I've posted a video on Instagram talking about it, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure to follow me at I am Rose Quartz with 2 Z's. I'll leave that all below. But I posted a video on Instagram talking about how I recently decided to go on a total month sober cleanse, like no THC, no alcohol, and I was just being more mindful of what I was putting into my body. I'm already like, bugs are trying to keep me. I'm already like super health conscious, and I live a very holistic based life in my diet and in my mindfulness and all of those things. But I wanted to implement some more healthy things to just really get myself and my body on a total mind-body cleanse. So, my bun looks cute. So, I posted it, and then I asked, tell me if you'd like a full video about why I decided to do this, and I did get some requests for it, so I definitely wanted to share about it. So, like I was saying, I recently decided to do a whole month of, no THC, no alcohol, and totally cleansing. So I wanted to share as to why I decided to do this. There were numerous reasons as to why I decided to stop smoking weed, at least THC. I'll still use CBD here and there for like pain or things like that, but no THC at all and no alcohol. So why I decided to do this? So there are multiple reasons. For one, I'm 23 and I'm about to turn 24, and I have been smoking weed since I was about 14. So I felt that, wow, like I haven't took a break intentionally ever to stop smoking weed. There were times where I wouldn't smoke that much, or I'd go a month and I'd barely smoke. But that's because at those certain time periods in my life, I was just not feeling it or didn't really want to. But I never intentionally decided, hey, I'm not going to smoke because I need to get into a different place of clarity and mindfulness. And that was one of the reasons. Another reason is because I realized, and this kind of goes hand in hand with alcohol as well, I realized that and I feel a lot of people do this, we use substances as a way to escape. And especially with weed, we do that and then we think it's cool, like, oh, no problem, smoke a blunt, it's no big deal. But it is if you're constantly using it as a crutch and you're not ever fully just dealing with your own emotions on your own, and you're just using something else to kind of subsidize for what you don't want to deal with. Oh, I'm anxious, so I'm gonna smoke. I'm this, so I'm gonna smoke. Oh, I'm this, I'm gonna smoke. I just had a bad feeling, I had a bad emotion, I don't want to deal with that. It was starting to stem from a place, and the same with alcohol, stem from a place of I don't want to feel this, so I'm gonna do this so I don't have to feel this. And that started to become full center in my reality. I started to realize wow, that's not cool. I don't want to be that type of person that's relying on substances to be themselves. And I see that a lot. A lot of people, they drink alcohol to kind of be themselves and to tap into themselves because they don't have the courage to be themselves without a substance. And that's something in someone that I never want to be, and I just never want to be that. I want to be able to be fully myself at all times without anything. And another reason is because I just really needed to be in a state of clarity. I was just going through a lot, and at the time it was just like, you know what, I was going through great things and also, you know, a little bit of difficult things, but it was like I couldn't get a sense of clarity and balance and groundedness because I was always getting high. I was always, you know, going out or doing this. Like, I don't really drink that much, so for me, just a little side note, for me, like, alcohol, it really wasn't that hard to stop drinking. Like, I really don't care about drinking anymore. That used to be something I was interested in when I was like 19 to 21, but now I just really don't care. So that was something that was easy for me to cut off, but with weed it was not. But I still did use, you know, I still was drinking alcohol and I still was smoking weed, and I would do them, like I said, to escape and to just feel something different. And it was just starting to make me really unbalanced and really unclear, and feel like I didn't have personal clarity on my mind and my emotions and on my thoughts, because it felt like I was always cloudy, literally. I was always in the clouds. I couldn't get a footing on myself. It just started to affect me in destructive ways, and it wasn't that weed was like tearing my life. This is not a video to bash weed. I think weed is amazing. I will definitely smoke after my break is over. But it was definitely something, it has definitely been something that I needed to do to gain personal clarity on my whole entire life. And it really, really has done that. You know, I've gone back and forth with weed of, you know, taking a break, stopping, and I take a break for a couple days. And then I go right back to it. And then, you know, I'd take a break for a couple days and I'd get right back to it. I'd take a break for a week and then I'd get right back to it. And I would just make excuses for why it was okay. And I was like, you know what? No more. There's no more excuses. If you want to elevate in your life, you got to be disciplined and you've got to be honest with yourself. It is a sign of self-love to know what you need to change and give yourself the space to change and be like, you know what? I need to change this habit. And I love myself enough to know that I'm ready to evolve to that next level. And that next level requires my self-discipline and my self-encouragement. And that is an aspect of self-love. Choosing to love yourself enough to evolve, to change, to shift, to give up those bad habits. And I'm not saying that smoking weed or drinking is a bad habit, depending on the person, but for a lot of people it is. It is a bad habit because it's not something that you're using for fun anymore. It's not something you use as an additive of enjoyment. It's something you're using to cope. It's something that you're using to be yourself. It's something that you're using to disconnect from the moment, and that was something that I could not do anymore. So this break has really, truly helped me advance in my own personal journey and evolution. I've had, and my break ends June 3rd. I started it May 3rd. So I'm doing a whole month. And I feel so amazing. For me, drinking is really not that big of a deal. I've had a couple times where I'm out or like in a celebratory, like I was at my friend's graduation party and everyone was drinking and I felt a little bit of like an urge to want to have a drink. But then I was like, nah. Like for me, drinking kind of makes me like now, it kind of makes me like sleepy and tired and like feel very like fatigued and foggy. And I really don't like the way it feels the next day. Like for me, I could feel it if I have like one beer. Like I used to not be like that, but for me, like I won't necessarily have a hangover, but I'll feel kind of like off and imbalanced and just kind of funky, and I don't like that. I feel like we go through so much enough in life with, you know, I've personally with my, you know, with ascension and growth and evolution and just life, you know, just life. Like I don't need to add something else that's going to cause me to feel things that are unnecessary. Like I rather just feel what's necessary needing to be felt, not what, like, just not that. Just not that. And with weed, you know, there has been hard days where I'm like, fuck, like I want to smoke, but I know my end goal. I know that I'm like, no, we're not going to do this. And the moment passes. It's just like it comes and it goes. It's just like, oh, okay, you want to figure out something else to do. Go distract yourself. Go do something else. Go clear your energy some other type of way. Go meditate. Go look inside yourself. Express gratitude to give you a natural high. Connect to your angels. Pray. Do things that give you a natural high instead of needing something outside of you to make you feel like you. That type of mentality is not what I'm down for anymore. And even when I do smoke again, it's just going to be coming from a totally different state of awareness. It's coming from a state of, it's fun, it's an enjoyable thing to have, to add enjoyment not be the enjoyment. The enjoyment is me, inside of me. The happiness, the love, the light, the laughter is inside of me. I don't need something outside of me to make me feel like me. That to me, like, that to me was just like the biggest thing. Is just like, I cannot do that. I just can't do that. So I really just felt inspired to say that and to share that message, because I feel like a lot of people, to be honest, are probably dealing with something like this. Like, to keep it G, I feel like a lot of people are dealing with this. They've been smoking weed for so long, they've been drinking for so long, that they don't know how to stop. They don't know how to take it out of their daily life. They don't know how. They don't even really know who they are without smoking weed. And to me, we have to have a sense of self. We have to have a sense of who we truly are without a substance. I'm not discounting or downplaying anyone or trying to belittle anyone, but if you're a person who, you wake up, smoke, you do everything and you smoke, you do everything and you smoke, do everything and you smoke, do everything and you smoke, or you always go out and you're always drinking, like, ask yourself, why are you really doing that? I know for some people, weed is just awesome, and for them, it doesn't give them any negative effects, so for them it's cool. But for a lot of people, I don't believe that it's really cool. I really believe that, like, they're subconsciously or unconsciously going through things, and they need the weed to cope, and they need the weed to mask the emotions. They need the alcohol to mask the emotions, to cover up what they don't want to feel. And that's what we have to evolve out of, is stopping to escape. Stop escaping. You're trying to escape yourself. Stop trying to escape your emotions. Stop trying to escape how you feel and deal with how you feel, and then it can go. Instead of, I'm gonna smoke and get rid of this feeling. Did you get rid of it, or do you just numb it? You just numbed it. The emotion is still there. It was basically, like, imagine it like this. The emotion came all the way to the surface. So you smoked. Now you just pushed it all the way down. Did it go anywhere? Nope. You just pushed it all the way down up into your solar plexus, into your sacral chakra. You put it all up in there. You put all that energy into your stomach. Like, where'd the emotion go? The emotions are still there. And they're going to come up again, because they always do and they always will. Until you deal with it, it's always going to be there. Always. So, yes. I really hope that this touches someone and that it inspires someone else. If you've been thinking about taking a break, or you've been feeling like weed affects you in a way that it didn't used to, because that was a big thing for me, the stuff that I was going through, the way that I was feeling while I would smoke wasn't how I used to feel. So I felt like, I need to take a break so I can gain clarity. The biggest thing was the mental clarity, for real. And I'm really proud of myself, and it's just building my confidence every single day to not smoke and to just be like, I don't need it. And now when I smoke again, it's like, it's not going to be the same, because it's just like, I know I don't need it. I just don't need it. Like, it's something I'll do for fun, and and it's something I love weed. I'm never going to stop loving it, but it's just different now. I feel whole and complete within myself. I don't need anything outside of me to make me feel like me. And that's really what this break has shown me. And it's really just helped me. I feel so good. I feel so good. It feels amazing to just be in a great mood on your own, to be clear on your own. And I thought it would be harder than it was, but there's hard moments, but it's not difficult as a whole. It's more so like, it's just a growth challenge. It's just a growth challenge, and you can look at it as positive or negative. That's up to you. But it's really helped me, and I'm really grateful for myself and for the universe guiding me to do this. I feel better than I have in a long time to have this personal clarity. So yes, I hope that inspired you to find your own personal clarity in any aspect of your life, not just stopping weed or stopping drinking or whatever aspect of your life you feel like you could put a bad habit down, or you could take a break from it, or you could step away to be different. Step into that state of awareness and give yourself permission to elevate in ways that may be uncomfortable at first, because I know for a lot of people, they don't want to stop smoking because they don't want to stop smoking. They don't want to feel what it's like to not smoke, but that comes with you feeling like you're enough on your own. love yourself. I feel like everything that I'm saying and everything in life really comes down to loving yourself. When you love yourself, it's all good. Like, it's all good. So yes, thank you. I keep saying so yes, but thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that this inspired you to be more of who you really are without anything else, and I hope you continue to expand that light and love within you without anything else, and know that you are enough on your own, and you always will be enough on your own. So thank you so much. So grateful that you tuned in, and I can't wait to see you in next week's video. Peace.